Sandigan Bayan, we have Court Attorney Enrico Lopez. From the Public-Private Partnership Center of the Philippines, we have Attorney Fabian Bel Ramos Lacuna of the Policy and Planning Service. From the Philippine Competition Commission, we have Attorney Alvina Kibala. From the League of Provinces of the Philippines, we have Ms. Angelica Sanchez of the Policy Development Office. From the Construction Industry Association of the Philippines, we have Executive Director and Attorney Mark Brian De La Cruz. From the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board,
Jane, andito ba yung mga yan?
Executive Director Attorney
Andito ba yung mga yan?
Yes, sir.
Where? I can't. Okay.
Yan.
Please proceed.
From the Philippine Constructors Association, we have Executive Director Mr. Alex Ladanga, together with the Legal Counsel Attorney Jose Francisco. From the Volunteers Against Crime and Corruption, we have Retired Justice Alfredo Ampuan. That is all, sir.
Thank you. This is a LEDAC measure. That's the reason why a subcom was created to precisely hear this bill filed by this representation, but we already have a substitute bill. Allow me to discuss with you in detail what the substitute bill basically says. As you know, the new procurement law, RA 12009, which I defended on the floor in the previous Congress, contains a provision similar to this, which prohibits the relatives of Hope, head of procuring entity, as well as members of the BAC and other procurement bodies of any agency from participating in any such bidding up to the third civil degree of consanguinity or affinity. The bill seeks to provide not only up to the third, but up to the fourth civil degree of consanguinity, which as lawyers, you know, covers up to the first, your first cousin. So, nanay, tatay, kapatid, lolo, apo, hanggang first cousin, by consanguinity or by affinity. The bill, the substitute bill, which we will be giving you a copy of, seeks to amend the relevant provision of 12009 to make it compatible na fourth civil degree na. But since the GPPB, since the Procurement Act merely covers those who are members of PAC or part of Hope, the proposed bill seeks to cover all public officials, including elected officials. So, for example, ang governor is the Hope, di ba? Head of procuring entity. Mayor, same. Covered na siya under the procurement law or the Procurement Act. But, hindi siya covered insofar as procurement within a municipality of the province is concerned. Correct? Covered lang siya sa province under the procurement law. With the proposed measure, covered pa din yung relative ni governor na pinsan niya from participating within the province. Okay? Yung congressman, yung kamag-anak niya, yung senador, yung kamag-anak niya, yung vice-presidente, kamag-anak niya, yung presidente, kamag-anak niya, up to the fourth civil degree is barred. Completely barred, as proposed here. Now, as proposed here too, the liability attaches to the relative that violated the law. Meaning to say na nag-participate siya dun sa bidding in violation of the law. I'll give you an example. Malay ko ba kami pinsan akong suwail na bigla nag-participate, ako didemanda nyo? Di ba? Eh kung galit sa akin yun, sumali talaga para mademanda ko, o kung kaaway ko talaga yon. Liability attaches to the person who did the overt act, which is participating in a bidding, knowingly violating the law. That's why we will be requiring, as part of the provision of the bill, we'll give you a copy. Don't worry for your review. I'm just discussing it orally and verbally. We will be requiring as an additional requirement of submission an undertaking and affidavit that the person participating in the procurement proceedings, whether it be a sole proprietorship or a corporation, does not violate in any way or form this bill. Should it become a law? So mag-undertaking siya na wala akong kamag-anak within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity that would constitute a violation of this bill. And then he can participate in the bidding. We are applying the threshold of beneficial ownership found in the relevant laws that we have, not following AMLAC, which has a lower threshold. Ano yung threshold? In the proposed bill, it's 30%, I think. Ano yung threshold natin sa bill? Asan si Lindy? I think AMLAC has a lower or different threshold. Hold on.
Pag-AMLAC po, sir, 20%. 25.
Tayo,
25.
Ha?
25? Ito, sir.
darling, question mark yung dulo mo, hindi.
Sir, 25 po. Sa pag-SEC po, sir, 25% po.
Ang AMLAC.
20% po sa AMLAC.
So we're defining beneficial ownership as 25%. Hindi pwede mag-own in any company participating in any bidding, nor can he or she be an officer to the tune of 25%. So kindly review it. We will seek to amend the relevant provision of AMLAC to insofar as this is concerned, specifically in the amendatory clause. Next. Paano yung kontrata kapag nag-bid ka? Let's say you're with the Philippine Contractors Association, Mr. Attorney De La Cruz. Let's say nag-bid ka. Nanalo ka. Yung construction firm mo. While the contract was being implemented, may kamag-anak ang nag-congressman o nag-senador. Di ba? Will that or should that affect the contract? My answer is no. Because it will constitute impairment. It will be considered as a retroactive application of the law. Correct? Kasi wala pa naman prohibition na nangyari yun eh. Diba? Pero pag nag-congressman na yung pinsan mo at sumali ka, covered ka. Klaro yun, diba? But if the contract is already subsisting, you already won without any prohibitions, you are required to inform, but the contract will not be changed anymore. You're just required to inform and you don't have to divest yourself or resign from the company. That's our understanding, ha? Diba? Kaya lang naman. Diba, nanalo ka na eh. Pero huli mo na yun. Huli mo na yun. Why is this important and relevant? As you all know, most of the time you see in a point na secretary, divest in favor of the daughter, in favor of the wife, in favor of the son. Diba? Klaseng lokohan yun, diba? Pag natapos yung stint sa gobyerno, balik na uli siya, CEO, chairman. Diba? The logic behind fourth civil degrees, the farther it is, the bigger the risk. What risk am I talking about? The bigger the risk na tatakbuhan ka na. Diba? Unlike a spouse or a child or a sibling. The farther it is, the bigger the risk. So hopefully, wag na. Now what will happen is each and every family will now have to make a choice. Will you enter public service or do you want to engage in business with government? That choice will now have to be made by each and every person either joining government or has a contract or has a business interest in government. Mamili sila. You cannot have both. Questions? Comments? Let's start with I don't know. Ms. Dapito. So far, with respect to what you've heard, but that's a synopsis of the substitution bill, which again, we will be giving you a copy of.
Good
For your
afternoon,
comments before we finalize it.
good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
As for now, we don't have definite comment regarding that. I do not have a copy, but our position regarding your proposal, Mr. Chair, will be submitted by the procurement service later this week.
later this week, within the week. I'm expected to come up with the committee report by Monday. Because we'll try to approve it in time for the President's SONA. So if you will be making any submissions, kindly make your submissions within the week. Yes, Attorney Kiel?
Yes, Mr. Senator, the same manifestation also will submit our position on this matter. But initially, we are supportive of this measure, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, sir. Attorney, puro pala tayo abogado dito. Attorney, which one do you want me to use? Lacuna?
Ramos Lacuna, Mr. Chair.
Ramos Lacuna. Because you
Yes.
passed the bar using Ramos.
Yes, Mr. Chair. And I would like to continue honoring my father, not just my husband.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Mr. Chair, at this point, we note that the proposed legislation actually aligns with the declaration of policy in the PPP Code of the Philippines regarding ensuring, affirming open, fair, transparent, and competitive selection, as well as, the safeguards provided there regarding conflict of interest. We do suggest, Mr. Chair, to be given also the opportunity to submit a more detailed position paper. Thank you, Mr.
When
Chair.
I say within the week, that means Thursday, 4-day work week kami.
Okay po.
No, pag sinabit yun ng Friday, nirayan mo ako yan. Attorney Guvalia, ma'am. From the
PCC.
PCC.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. First, we thank PCC. Thanks you for inviting us. PCC has 2 points for today.
Who's the head now of PCC?
Chair Mike Aguinaldo.
Si Mike pa rin.
Yes,
Okay.
pa. Sir, with regards to
Send my best. Tinaanak ko si Mike.
yes, sir, I will.
Matanda siya sa akin pero.
Will do po, your chair. PCC acknowledges that familial relationship creates a preferential treatment. This happens, sir, when relatives enter into contract with the government, they may receive privileged information, and so they may also have the bidding requirements are catered towards them. And so when this happens, when this repeatedly happens, we acknowledge that there may be a structural distortion of the market. And so PCC acknowledges that the intention of the bill, and we fully support because we always want to push forward equal footing between competitors.
Speaking of relevant information, you might want to draft a bill that addresses another competition problem, which is government usually knows which roads it will construct. Government usually decides which roads will be constructed first and where the roads will be located. Now, there is unfair advantage given the unequal availability of information with respect to the construction of these roads. Where does the absence of competition lie or come in? De bibili na nila yung lupa bago pa gawin yung kali. Dahil pag ginawa yung kali, tataas na dahil nalaman nila ahead of time at nauna na lang nalaman. That information should be readily available so that the landowners will all benefit, if at all, by being able to put a correct purchase price on the land that they own prior to the development. I do not know exactly how that can be addressed, but perhaps you would be in a better position to think of a bill that can address that. Attorney Mamon of the GCG. Sir, we seek to cover trustees and directors dito sa prohibition because we consider as hope, consider ko as hope ang trustee at director ng board ng GOCC because all of these contracts need their ultimate approval. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, sir, please continue.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Good afternoon, sir.
We have already submitted our comments dated March 6.
Kindly go over again the substitute bill because we changed it a bit. Kindly go over it again. If there are no additional comments, then no need for additional submissions. But if there might be additional comments that you may have given the substitute bill, we'll give you a copy.
Yes,
Nabigyan na lang copy?
Your Honor.
Yes. Are you together?
Yes. We'll go over any changes. But overall, we support the proposed bill, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. May we hear from the DOJ? Ma'am, Attorney Kalugay. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. The department fully supports the the proposed bill, but however, in view of the substitute bill that was just provided to us, we seek the chair's reconsideration that we be allowed to submit to, because we have prepared our comments on the basis of the previous bill that was provided to us. So and looking at the substitute bill, some of our comments might be already addressed by the substitute bill. So we just undertake to submit our comments also, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yes.
Now we do, but we only provided for a penal clause of 1 to 3 years and 100,000.
Yes,
You can suggest
yes,
what you want to
actually,
do with that.
one of the comments for the previous bill is to provide for penal provision. So we will
But this is,
look
this
into
is,
it,
this is
Mr.
an
Chair.
arbitrary imprisonment period, so kindly suggest a more rational one.
We'll look into it, Mr.
Submit to
Chair.
us.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. By Thursday, Attorney Kalugay. Attorney Lopez, sir?
Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon,
Chair.
sir.
We do take note of the changes relayed earlier, Mr. Chair, and I will be duly forwarding this to our principal for comments. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Actually comment. Actually, I was curious why Sandigan Bayan was invited. Can you actually,
We were also curious as well.
perhaps
Mr.
based
Chair.
on your experience, baka on how to prove the case? I don't know. I have no idea.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Actually, they have yet to deliberate on this. Ano po?
Actually, it's more of what I was
submission.
discussing earlier, if you remember. It's more the title is prohibiting the relatives of public officials. So this pertains to the relatives of public officials, not really the public officials themselves.
Yes, yes, Mr.
Unless the public official is a contractor, di ba na,
Opo.
sa mismo yung may-ari ng kumpanya, siya yung nag-bid, siya yung nag-participate. But other than that, this actually addresses and seeks to penalize the relatives who, in violation of the law, participate in any procurement by government, including GOCCs. So that should be clear.
Yes, yes, Mr. Chair. We take note of that.
Kasi nga, posibleng may gumawa niya na hindi mo alam eh.
Yes.
Di ba? Or posibleng may sinalihang kumpanya, yung pinsan mo noon pa, na biglang ginawang ka-JV, di ba? But
Right.
that's why the undertaking is relevant on the part of the relative or the company that the relative is a part of, that he is not violating any of the provisions of this law or bill.
Right.
But you don't have to submit anything, Attorney Lopez, but in case you want to.
I will read this, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Attorney Lopez. Yes, Justice Mambuan. Good afternoon, Justice. How are you? Long time. I used to be part of VACC a long time ago.
Yeah, I already retired from the service last year.
I know. I used to be part of VACC under Dante.
Yeah,
At that time.
magkasama po tayo dun sa Crusade Against Violence
Yes, even before.
with
Kailangan
Attorney
ko.
Kainday.
Yes, Edwin. Yes, please.
Anyway,
Justice.
we are supportive of this bill. Only that we would like to ask, how about if the perpetrator will use the dummy system? And we know for a fact that our anti-dummy law is not actually working.
That is actually very possible and it's plausible. It's going on right now.
Yeah.
Kesa naman harapan at lantaran ngayon, pero kung mas may chance sa takbuhan siya ng pinsan niya, mas may chance sa takbuhan siya ng dami niya. Tulad ng nakita natin sa mga nagdaang administrasyon, kung maalala nyo, di ba? Nilagay sa kung kani-kaninong pangalan, nung nawala sa pwesto, tinakbo na rin.
Hindi natin pwede ma-improve yung anti-dummy law natin. Baka,
We can, that has been done actually in several cases where the corporate veil was pierced and went beyond the actual registered owners and tried to find out the beneficial owners. Chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Senator Erwin Tulfo. Good afternoon, sir. Chair hereby declares the presence of a quorum in this subcommittee. But that is perhaps justice for another bill to address.
yeah, of course. Yes.
And not this one, as it may involve too large of a topic that
Yeah.
may violate the constitutional provision on one subject matter that
Yeah,
must be
of
contained in the
course.
title of the measure.
But
But point well taken, sir.
yeah, we are supportive of your bill.
Thank you, sir. Attorney De La Cruz,
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair.
kayo yung madedemanda rito. Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. The Construction Industry Authority of the Philippines and the Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board fully supports the policy disqualifying
Higher with pickup.
with PICAB, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Chair. Are if allowed, Mr. Chair, giving us until Thursday, we'd like to recommend under Section 7 additional penalty, which involves violation of the law, the suspension or revocation of their pickup license for infrastructure projects here,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair.
Kindly send it to us, but check it, but Jane, kindly take note. We will
We
include that.
will submit, Mr. Chair, by Thursday. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Same comments, Attorney Jacob?
Yes.
Mr. Ladanga or Attorney Francisco, who would like to speak?
Yeah, good afternoon, Chair.
Mr. Ladanga, yes, sir.
I'm PCA, in behalf of PCA, we are very grateful for the Chair to have initiated this bill. And at the initial review, we are supportive of the bill. My colleague, Attorney Francisco, has just wish to raise a comment or inquiry, if you may.
Please.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Just one minor observation regarding the substituted bill. Because it says here that the threshold is 25%.
Yes, that's what I mentioned earlier, instead of 20.
Yes, because there are still lots of construction companies which were that were incorporated prior to the revised corporation code, which follow the minimum 5 incorporator rule. So by default, Mr. Chair, there are lots of companies with probably 20% shareholdings for every incorporator. So I'm just not sure if the 25%, it could be a double-edged sword, Mr. Chair. It could identify the major owners, but it could also allow dummy corporations, Mr. Chair, to
So you want to lower the threshold? Follow AMLAC at 20%?
possible, Mr. Chair.
Actually, okay lang sa akin. Makes no difference to me. Nung wala pa yung OPC, nung hindi pa uso yung OPC, yung one-person corporation,
Yes, Your Honor.
yung
And
minimum of 5, nag-20,
yes, Your Honor.
dami pa rin yung 4. Di ba dami pa rin yung 4? Sige. Chair instructs the Secretary to kindly amend and or change Section 4, page 2, line 17, in words and figures to 20%. Noted and well taken. Thank you, Attorney Francisco. Senator Irwin, you want to say anything before we continue?
I'll listen muna, Mr. Chair, because I came from the other room.
Yeah,
The Ways and Means.
isa-isay natin. Barangay Kagawad. Di ba? Elected. Anong covered ng prohibition? Saan bawal mag-participate yung hanggang first kasi niya? My understanding is, presumably, at least sa barangay dapat covered yon, di ba? At least sa munisipyo at syudad niya, where he may have an influence, di ba? Sa probinsya niya, o pa rin? In an adjacent province of the same region. No, I mean, isa-isa ko na nga eh. Simula tayo sa pinakababa eh. In a different province, in a different region, in a different island group. Should not be covered anymore, right? So our understanding is, which we can reflect in the bill, barangay captain, barangay kagawad, first cousin, hindi pwede mag-participate sa bidding sa buong probinsya, anumang munisipyo, syudad sa probinsya, at anumang barangay sa probinsya. Because there might be a level of influence. Baka mag-quid pro quo sila eh. Di ba? Ikaw na lang mag-bid. Yung pinsan mo mag-bid dito, yung pinsan ko mag-bid dyan. So that's the understanding. Mayor. Applies to his municipality, hope siya eh. But it should apply to the province too. Right? Not to a different province anymore. Unless may first cousin din siya na governor doon, di ba? O kapitan doon, di ba? Pero kung wala, doesn't apply anymore. Congressman, governor, hope siya, applies to the province and clearly applies to all the municipalities and cities in the province and all the barangays. Kasi may influence pa rin eh. Let's try to define that. Yung sphere of influence as the defining factor kung saan bawal. Congressman, I presume ang congressman lahat. All agencies of government, right? All LGUs within his district and province, right? But will we cover provinces outside of the province where the district is located? NGA is covered, ah. I'm talking about LGUs.
Mr. Chair,
Senator Tulfo?
I have a quick question. I notice it says here disqualifying relatives of public officials within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity and affinity. Uso po ngayon, Mr. Chair, si Mayor may girlfriend. Si Kagawad, yung kanyang anak may girlfriend, sumali sa bidding. O pwede po ba yun? Are they covered or not?
Now they're not covered by common law spouses, pareho kayong walang asawa, and there is no bar towards marrying each other, only that you haven't gotten around to getting married with each other. Ibang usapan yung extramarital affair. That's not covered by this provision. Girlfriend, hindi pa kayo kasal, that's not covered by this provision. Tolerated girlfriend or boyfriend, that's not covered by this provision. As it stands, Your Honor. As it stands, that's not covered because while I understand where the good gentleman is coming from, the law and the Constitution clearly frowns upon this kind of relationship. And for us to make mention of it in a law would somehow be giving recognition, perhaps, or credence to that kind of an arrangement. Because if at all, correct me if I'm wrong, for those who are lawyers here, that will be the first time we will be recognizing or putting a status on an extramarital affair that will have a legal and binding effect in law. So it'll be a good subject matter actually for an amendment and debate.
That's what I'm saying.
Because that really happens on the ground.
That's the reality, Mr. Chair. It's not mentioned in the law in our Constitution, but it's a silent practice. Hindi natin pinagmamalaki yun, but it's happening. Si mayor o si chairman may girlfriend other than his wife. Paano po yun, Mr. Chair?
Again, while I'm not yet prepared to give recognition to that kind of a situation in a bill, during the period of amendments, perhaps, Your Honor, that will be a rich opportunity to discuss it and for the amendment to be proposed, propounded, and voted upon. Again, I think, but I'll research on it more. I think this is the first time we will be giving no. Sa family code meron di ba? On illegitimate children.
Exactly, Mr. Chair.
Meron namang recognition di ba?
Yes.
Let us go over it. Good point. Point is well taken, but let us go over it. What does Attorney Gobalia say of the PCC? Paano ngayon? Unfair competition yun, di ba? Pinagbawal mo yung asawa, tapos yung girlfriend, hindi. Pinagbawal mo yung asawa, tapos yung boyfriend, hindi.
Sir, we will submit what relationships are involved with regards to getting contracts with the government and if related to public officials to the wisdom
But
of the
how do you
Congress.
define it? By within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity, illegal or illegal? How will you, what will be the legal way of describing that kind of a relationship? So fourth civil degree pa rin, di ba? Kasi
Yes, sir.
posibleng may first cousin siya eh, na illegitimate first cousin. So pwede, legitimate or illegitimate.
Sir, in that context, then if we
No, but that pertains to the relative, not to the principal, not to the person with whom there is a relationship with. Di ba? You can define fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity, legitimate or illegitimate, but that pertains to the relative. Di ba? Not the person involved. Paano yun? Hoy, trabaho niyo yan, kaya niyo yan.
Mr. Chair, we are not prepared to specifically dictate what relationship in terms of a girlfriend or a relationship outside of the law. But sir, we will get back to you and provide you with
By Thursday again.
yes, sir.
Thank you.
Because
Senator
Mr. Chair, just want to be clarified. Because we have congressmen, we have mayors that are single these days. So po pwedeng sumali yung kanilang girlfriend. I mean, they're not related, they're not married, they're like no blood relation. So how is that? So po pwede siyang sumali yung girlfriend ng mayor na single o ni congressman? Or yung biyudo na senador tapos may girlfriend siya? Eh wala naman po sa batas, wala po sa bill na ito na girlfriend. Or let's say na straight up. Well, hindi ko lasisi, hindi legal na girlfriend, Mr. Chair, dahil wala siyang asawa. Pero so pwede sumali because wala sa batas? So how is that?
Hindi. Because the relationship is not permanent eh. So pag nahuli, hindi, nung isang buwan pa kami break bago pa ako sumali sa bidding. Hindi ba?
Or divorce yung mag-asawa, yung mayor o yung congressman. Yung asawa hindi pwedeng sumali, divorce na sila. Paano nga pala yun, Mr. Chair? We're divorced already.
No, legally, iba yung divorce na hiwalay na tayo Ayoko na makita ang pagmumukha mo.
Yeah.
Sa legally declared null and void
Yes.
yung kasal.
Yes.
Okay ba yun,
Yes.
Legally declared null and void, pwede mag-participate yung ex-husband or ex-wife.
Okay.
Pero pag hiwalay lang, separated in fact, hindi pwede. Hindi pwede. Mali mo, naghiwa-hiwalayan lang din. Di ba?
The same thing with the girlfriend, Mr. Chair, or boyfriend. Si Mayora, single, si boyfriend, so si boyfriend pwede. And they're the talk of the town, Mr. Chair, na
Attorney
magkasama
Caballo,
sila,
give me
mag-girlfriend
wording.
sila.
Give me wording to that effect, okay?
Mr. Chair, we will submit position papers specifically on this regard.
Yes, please. Specifically on this. Because what Senator Tulfo is mentioning is actually happening on the ground. Not widespread, I hope, but happening on the ground. Yes, Senator Tulfo, you may proceed. If you have other points.
So go ahead, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. So, Senador, clearly, all, diba? National government agencies, GOCCs, diba? LGUs, all. Diba? Clearly all. So mag-meeting yung pamilya nyo kung gusto nyo talagang tumakbo, diba? President, Vice President, same. All. That's the understanding, For appointed officials, hope lang at yung nagpa-participate sa BAC and any other bidding or procurement procedure. Walang kamag-anak ang pwede mag-participate within the fourth civil degree of the agency where they are a member of the BAC or part of the procurement procedure, including the HOPE. For GOCCs, it applies equally to members of the board and trustees. Because ultimately, sila naman talaga yung HOPE, di ba? Officers lang naman yung CEO, COO at presidente. Ultimately, di ba? It's the board of directors that's the head of the procuring entity. Any other concerns or questions? Ulitin ko presidente at vice, covered lahat Yung first cousin nila hindi pwede mag-participate. That's my theory sa anumang bidding, maski na ng barangay. And the mode of checking is kasama sa mga submission na require ng GPPB pati ng COA, would be that undertaking and or affidavit that no one in the company or any of its officers to the tune of 20% at least is a relative within the fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity, legal or illegal, including, ewan ko na kung paano mga i-wording yun, including special relationships, is present that would constitute a violation of this bill should it become a law. That will now be the basis to file a case, if at all, against such relative. Because he lied or he violated the provisions of the law pertaining to this prohibition. Kung hindi nakita, kung nagpikit mata yung back, tumuloy, kailangan natin i-provide yun. It will not constitute impairment because from the beginning, it should have been void ab initio because it was illegal. Hindi to papasok sa exemption natin kanina na pinag-usapan na later on may tumakbo, later on may nanalo. We are treading actually new and innovative matters now. I don't know if Senator Tulfo has seen the anti-dynasty bill that's pending in the Senate. Sabi nila, within the second civil degree daw, bawal tumakbo. So technically, bawal si Erwin at si Rafi. Bawal si Alan at si Pia. Bawal si Jinggoy at si JB kahit di sila magkasundo. Bawal si Camille at saka si Mark. Not technically. Technically, bawal din si Senator Amy at si Pangulong Marcos. Doon sa proposed bill, kasi national pareho eh. And then it says there, in the case of Erwin, since he just won, Rafi's up for the election in 2028, bawal si Rafi? Or does Erwin have the option to resign and let Rafi run? If he wins.
If he wins.
No, it's not in the bill, It's not in the bill.
If he
Or paano
wins.
yan? Sabay tatakbo si JV at si Jinggoy sa 2028. Ang nakalagay sa bill, mag-usap sila. Kung pareho silang manalo, kung sino uupo. Pwede ba yun? Hindi nga nag-uusap eh. Hindi, paano yun? Hindi naman, ang assumption kasi nila parang sindikato lahat eh. Di ba na parang nagkakasundo, pinaghahati-hatian, kahit sila, hindi naman sila lahat magkakasundo, sa dami nila magkakapatid eh. Di ba? So, how do you do that? And if they both win and don't agree, the bill says toss coin. Ginagawa lang ang toss coin pag tie sa eleksyon, Parang di ata tama yun, di ba? Binoto kayo pareho ng tao eh. They both obtain, let's say, number 10 at number 6. Doesn't that count for anything? Si number 6 na lang upo, wag si 11, di ba? Tapos biglang papa-open mo yung number 13? Dahil disqualified yung number 11? Is that even allowed? Eh, binoto ng tao yun eh. Intentionally, they chose the top 12. Who are we to decide for them na ito lang? But similarly, we are treading new waters here because we're looking into relations and trying to prohibit and limit choices simply because at the end of the day, we don't trust the system. Let's admit it. We don't trust our electoral system. That's why we want to tie the hands of the voters as to who they can vote for. We want to tie the hands of the candidates as to who can run. Ultimately, we don't trust the procurement process because the procurement process should be able to weed all of these out. But since we don't, then we have to come up with these stricter rules, diba? On relation, on prohibitions, on limitations. Again, because we distrust the system. But be that as it may, these are realities on the ground here in our country right now, and we have to address them in order to show that we are serious and that we are bent on improving where we stand right now. As the saying often goes, we may not be where we want to be, but for sure, we're not where we used to be. Kahit dun man lang, magtagumpay tayo sa level na yun. Any other points? So the Secretary is directed to kindly take note of the comments of Senator Tulfo and with the help of Attorney Gubalia, come up with good wordings to that effect. Because the chair agrees with Senator Tulfo that that should be covered.
I have one more
Of
point
course,
point to
please.
raise,
You
Mr.
may continue,
Chair.
sir.
And this happened several years ago, though, Mr. Chair. The mayor, I mean, in his town, have a project. May proyekto po, Mr. Chair. May sumali po na nagbidding. And then it turned out, Mr. Chair, tama po kayo kanina, parang anak ng kapatid niya sa labas. How is that, Mr. Chair? And then you found out, or somebody complained saying like, pamangkin ni Mayor yan sa labas. Is that counted or not?
It should be covered.
Parang hindi niya alam, Mr. Chair. So will he be punished?
Not the
For-
official. So, hindi inamin sa kanya na tatay niya yung mayor.
No, kapatid.
Hindi niya,
Yung
hindi inamin
si
sa
Mayor may kapatid, Mr. Chair.
na may anak.
May anak sa labas. Sumali ang anak sa labas, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi alam nung anak sa labas na tatay niya yung kapatid ni mayor?
Na alam niya siguro, Mr. Chair, pero nagkabukingan na may nagsumbong na
Kung alam niya, then he's covered by the law. Papasok na rin yung fourth civil degree of consanguinity or affinity, legitimate
pero
or
hindi si
illegitimate.
Mayor, Mr. Chair, not the
This
Mayor.
is not the mayor. Before the good gentleman arrived, we discussed already that the title of the measure itself is disqualifying relatives. Penalizing relatives too. Kasi baka yung kaaway mo ng pamangkin o pinsan, di ba? Mag-participate at ikaw ang kakasuhan, Arwin? Di ba? Wala ka namang ginawa. That's why the procuring entities should know of this and they should require an undertaking and affidavit to be submitted stating compliance with this law. Any violation or non-compliance with the law, it's the person executing the affidavit or undertaking that will be sued, not the relative. In fact, we even discussed, Sir Adolfo, what if nag-participate ka sa bidding, nanalo ka, pinsan ka, nung later on, naging senador o congressman, pero nung nanalo ka, nasa gitna ka ng implementation ng project which takes about a year, 6 months, biglang nanalo ka, naproklama ka, hindi covered yon. It will constitute impairment, which the Constitution frowns upon and does not allow, so tuloy na yung kontratang yon. Hindi sa maapektuhan itong bill na to.
But what about, Mr. Chair? I'll give you a cite your example. Okay. I know that you're talking about multi-year project. Like if it's institutional, it's a highway or a facility. It will take about 3 to 4 years funding. Biglang naging congressman ka, naging senador ka of the town, and then you fund it.
Hindi
How
na
is
counted.
that?
Hindi na counted. Hindi na siya counted. Hindi na siya counted kasi existing contract na siya with the entity, whether it be a sole proprietorship or a corporation, and it will constitute an impairment of that contract already simply because of the change in circumstances, namely your election or the relative's election to office. Hindi na siya counted. Because at the time the contract was won, you were not an official yet. Now, if you're talking, you're funding it, if it's a multi-year obligation allotment, then that means that was already agreed upon years before.
Even before you became an official,
And
right?
the fact that it's a multi-year obligation allotment does not mean that the same bidder will win. Correct me if I'm wrong, Attorney Kiel. It will go through the same bidding procedure. So if it goes through the same bidding procedure, I presume on the second phase, doon na siya mababan. Pero yung first phase na ongoing na, nung nanalo ka, for example, hindi na covered dapat yon. It will be unfair to cover that pa.
Well, we have to have a law also, Mr. Chair, to protect these individuals and contractors. Kasi baka may mga matatalino dyan, magpa-file ng kaso, and then maghahanap ng gray area dito sa law. Usually, laws that we pass, sometimes they have gray areas, Mr. Chair.
We will make sure that we will clearly state that this law shall have prospective application, and given the fact that it is a law that provides for a penal clause, clearly it cannot be given any retroactive application under any circumstance, not only with respect to the date of the effectivity of this bill or law, but also with respect to its implementation, given the exigencies of the circumstances of each and every situation or case. We will address that, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Any other comments? Parang hindi na kami magpamerienda. Uy. Go. Thank you. Hindi, meron naman. Pero maiwan na kayo dito, kayo na lang. Any other points that you would like to raise with respect to this bill? So kindly review it. Kindly submit it by Thursday. Ulitin ko, 4-day work week in Senado. Wala kaming Biyernes. But our office will work overtime over the weekend so that we can submit a committee report by Monday for routing and hopefully for sponsorship on that same day. Pakisabi na lang kay Major Migs kasi gusto niya to. And hopefully, if it's certified, we can perhaps even approve it before we go on recess. Or at the latest, when we resume in May, before SONA. Going? Pwede niyo palang baunin na lang. Pwede niyo na lang dalhin. Again, Attorney Lopez, no need. Actually, na-curious din ako pero okay lang. Malay mo may input, di ba? Malay mo may input, sayang naman. Any other points on the part of PICAP na wala na? Sir, done. Given that there are no other matters to be taken up, given that there are no other matters to be taken up, and given that the sole existence of this subcommittee is for the passage of this bill, particularly Senate Bill number 783, the committee would like to thank the presence of all of our invited guests, the secretary, the stenographers, and pages. And magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat. Hearing is hereby adjourned.